imperialism, the policy, or practice of extending a country's power and influence through colonization, military conquest, or other means, has been a significant part of human history for centuries. But what drove countries to pursue imperialism? In this video, we'll explore the role of economics in driving imperialism. Imperialism has been a constant throughout human history, with empires and nations seeking to expand their territories and exert their influence over other lands for various reasons. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, European countries, along with the United States and Japan, embarked on a period of intense imperialism, with the colonization of Africa, Asia, and the Americas. But what motivated these countries to expand their territories and exert their influence over other lands? One key factor was the need for resources to fuel their rapidly industrializing economies. With the rise of factories and industrialization, countries needed access to raw materials like coal, oil, and rubber to power their economies and maintain their competitive edge. The colonization of other countries provided these resources and allowed imperial powers to control the production and distribution of these materials. The need for resources led to intense competition among imperial powers, leading to the scramble for Africa and the division of the continent among European powers. Additionally, imperialism provided countries with new markets for their manufactured goods, as well as new sources of cheap labor. The colonization of Africa, Asia, and the Americas opened new trade routes and opportunities for economic growth and expansion. European countries and the United States could sell their goods to the colonized countries and exploit their resources and labor force to fuel their economies. The colonization of these countries also allowed imperial powers to control the trade and commerce in these regions, giving them a significant advantage over other countries. However, it's important to note that not all imperialistic ventures were driven solely by economic motives. Many European colonial officials and rulers also had ideological and cultural motivations for imperialism, such as the belief in the superiority of Western civilization and the desire to spread Christianity. The idea of the white man's burden and the supposed moral duty of Europeans to civilize the uncivilized peoples of the world was a prevalent justification for imperialism. These ideological and cultural motivations were often used to justify the exploitation and oppression of colonized peoples. As the 20th century progressed, the economic and political costs of imperialism began to outweigh its benefits. Anti-colonial movements and decolonization efforts emerged, leading to the eventual withdrawal of colonial powers and the independence of many countries. The cost of maintaining colonies, both in terms of money and lives, became increasingly unsustainable. The rise of nationalist movements and the desire for self-determination among colonized peoples made it increasingly difficult for imperial powers to maintain control. The economic and political instability caused by imperialism also led to the emergence of new global power structures, with countries like the United States and Soviet Union becoming dominant global players. While economics played a significant role in driving imperialism in the past, it's important to recognize the complex motivations and consequences of this historical phenomenon. Today, we continue to see the effects of imperialism in the form of economic inequality and political tensions between former colonial powers and their former colonies. The legacy of imperialism has also left a lasting impact on the cultures, societies, and economies of the colonized countries. Imperialism is a reminder that economic interests and power struggles have always been a part of human history and will continue to shape the future. It is important to understand the economic motivations behind imperialism in order to critically examine the actions and policies of nations and empires, past and present.